is that I'm only working 4 days until the end of the year. I had a very classic panic attack. I'm so confused right now because I actually don't know where my work laptop is. I have to start work in like 15 minutes and I'm 100% sure that I took it from the office with me, but it's not in my usual bags and it's not on my desk. Sorry that this is the first impression that you're getting in this vlog. I'm gonna ask one of my coworkers to see whether it's in the office, but it cannot be in the office. I'm 100% sure I took it with me. Well, let's settle this after we're done with the introduction. Glad to see you again. I hope you're glad to see me too. By now it's October, and I want to say that YouTube hasn't really been a priority the last months. There were a lot of other things happening that I prioritized. And I don't know, today I thought it's time again to start another vlog, so here we are. And many things happened, so no wonder that I just had other things on my mind. I had some family emergencies I had to care for and many appointments. Your girl is back in therapy. That's probably the most important news of this week. I officially have a spot and I will start very soon. And the other probably very important note to bring before we really start is that I'm only working 4 days until the end of the year. I still have a lot of vacation days left. I had to cancel one of my vacations that I wanted to take in October. So we're gonna use those and do a 4-day work week, which I'm very excited for, and we're starting this week. So I'm planning to use the Fridays for either just being with myself, taking a rest, whatever, or doing some home improvement projects. I still want to paint some of my walls here, so I probably will do that on a Friday. Maybe even do a little trip somewhere in the next weeks, who knows. I'm very, very excited to be only working 4 days. However, the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty intense because I have to prepare our next workshop and some other things. So I will have to somehow make do with the time that I have, and I don't really know yet how. And especially if I cannot find my laptop. This is crazy. I'm gonna search for my laptop and hopefully I'm not crazy and left it in the office. That would be horrible. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Hannah. I'm 27. Sometimes I think that I'm 28, but I know I'm 27. And I work in consulting and to prevent burnout and loss of more brain cells. I will be taking it very slow until the end of the year. So I will be interested in what I have to say. Okay, so update. My laptop is actually in the office. So I have to rush to the office now. I'll just put on some fans and leave. us to play. You gotta rub me the right way. Today has been going a little bit different than what I thought I would do. I tried to get up at 7 and I think I managed like 7:30, which is not great, but we'll manage. Did you see my lamp, by the way? I have ceiling lamps now in every room and 2 of those in here in this room. And I really like them. They're so cute. Initially, I was supposed to go to a gynecologist like right now. Currently, I'm having such a hard time when it comes to doctor's appointments. And today there would be a substitute for my usual gynecologist. So I spontaneously decided to cancel because I feel like I don't have the strength mentally to do that today. Besides that, I just got several packages in like the last half an hour. I ordered some books. I ordered 2 books. One is a gift for my friend. One I got for myself. I cannot remember which one is which. I'll have to check again. Both sound good. So I got those, and then I got a coffee order. I just opened the package. I didn't take out the coffee yet. I will try those with my coffee machine soon, whenever I find the time, because I probably have to like give it several tries until it's good. Yeah, that's the updates for today. I'm probably gonna go to the office. I actually have to return some stuff later on when I'm there, so I think it makes sense to go. Yeah, I don't know. Today has been kind of weird so far. There's no sense in worrying about it or thinking too much about it. I'll just continue with my day. Hello, good morning. It's Wednesday now, and because I'm only doing 4 days per week, as you know, it's almost the end of the week for me. And I'm very glad about it. I feel like the last 2 days were pretty hectic. Today I want to finish some stuff and I have a lot of meetings today and tomorrow. Yesterday I was in the office until 5:30, I think. I spent my lunch break with one of my coworkers and I also went out for a walk later on in the afternoon. And then I also went to get some more groceries as always. So I was at home probably at like 6:30 or something and I just made some ramen again and stayed on my couch. I was doing some drawing actually, and I talked to a friend. So I had quite a nice evening, a long evening. Tonight I'm going to a concert, which I'm excited for, but it's very far out. Like I have to drive pretty far for it, so I'm not too hyped to do that. But it's probably going to be very nice. I'm not too motivated today. I have to say, currently I feel like I get more stuff done in the office because I cannot distract myself too much. And here I'm just, I wear comfortable stuff. It's kind of cold, so I wear warm stuff. I have my blanket, I have my coffee, and I have so many other cool things here to distract myself from work. I'll try to concentrate right now on what I have to do because there's a lot to do. If you've seen a lot of my other videos, you know that I'm in charge of creating and organizing workshops, and we have one in 2 weeks. And I barely have time to organize that, so I really do have to get going.
Everybody's hands up! Up there, hands up! Up there, hands up!
Hello everyone, it's Friday now and today's my free day of the week. I think I did something that I usually do when I know I have some free time, which is expecting myself to be super productive because now I have the time and not considering that I might actually need a break from the week. Yesterday evening I was at a friend's place. We had a little movie night with a bunch of people and that was very nice. We had a good time. I drove my friend home. Then I got back home. I was just drinking some tea, unwinding like a little bit, but not mentally, I think. So when I went to bed and I was reading a little bit and then I wanted to go to sleep, I had a very classic panic attack, which I didn't have in a long time. And it was horrible. It was very, very bad. It just hit me straight in the face and I really didn't know what to do. So I had to call a friend because I really couldn't do this by myself. And we stayed on the phone for like an hour until like after 1 a.m. and I went to sleep afterwards. And now my day started with sleeping in a little bit and just not doing too much. I had some breakfast, I had some coffee, I was watching a YouTube video, and I'm supposed to go to IKEA in like half an hour. I don't know yet how I will do that. I feel like because I barely get any classic panic attacks anymore, I feel like I have very good control over my anxieties as to not have it get too bad. And when it does get very bad, I feel so set back. And there's a lot of shame connected to it, a lot of disappointment in myself, especially when I cannot deal with it by myself, because I feel like at this point I should be able to, and a lot of times I can. Yesterday I was just so overrun with it that I couldn't, and I feel like throughout the night and this morning I just had to come to terms with that, or I'm still coming to terms with it, that I couldn't manage by myself and that I let this happen to me even though I thought it wouldn't anymore. And I feel very, as I said, ashamed, very disappointed myself. I blame myself in a way, even though it makes no sense because I didn't choose to be anxious, I guess. I have to put in a lot of effort to not just hide in my place for like the rest of the day. When something like this happens, especially when it happens at home, I feel like my safety is threatened, my physical safety, because I want to feel comfortable in my place, and I do. And whenever something like this happens in a place I'm supposed to feel comfortable in, it just throws me off so much. So there's a lot of mental juggling I have to do right now to kind of get over this, I think. It takes a lot of energy, and I'm just feeling very defeated in a way. And that's why I'm still on the couch in my bathrobe in my pajamas at like 12:30. And I know I will force myself to go out and stick to my plans. And I know that it's probably going to be more difficult than if yesterday night wouldn't have happened. But yeah, I mean, there's only going forward from here. So I will try to do that. This is a sign for me to focus more on mindfulness again and stillness, and not be fooled by feeling a little bit better. This doesn't mean I shouldn't continue doing it. So no better news right now. Probably later on in the day. Probably I can turn this day around. But yeah, I wanted to mention that and be transparent, because that's what I do. And my anxieties are a very important topic for me to talk about. And whenever someone tells me about their issues with anxiety, I feel very connected. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay, I will continue watching my YouTube video for like a few minutes and then get ready.